What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. And today I have for you the Star Wars Black Series Archive Collection Shoretroopers. But first, if you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. I upload new content every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so check back on those days to see what I've uploaded, or just hit that bell icon to stay notified when I do upload new content, because I do try to randomly upload new content throughout the week besides those 3 days whenever I do get the chance. But if you guys do enjoy this video or any of my other videos, please remember to give them a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, guys. It is a very small goal of mine. Try to reach at least one new subscriber per new video that I put out. So please be my one new subscriber for this video. Thank you so much in advance. As always, the information on this channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. I am your host, Jesse the Bat Magical, aka the Buff Collector. And once again, guys, I have for you the Star Wars Black Series Archive Collection Shoretroopers. Now, these are awesome. Now, I actually had these on pre-order, or I still have them on pre-order on Amazon, but they aren't set to arrive until June 3rd or 6th, one of those two dates, but not until the month of June. However, recently I went out of town to Seattle. I'll link the toy hunt above, as well as the overall look at what I got, my toy hunt haul. I'll link both videos above in this video. But I recently went out to Seattle, Washington for a little mini vacation, and while I was out there, of course, I had to do some toy hunting. It wouldn't be a vacation without it, right? And honestly, I was thinking that, I'd come home with maybe 1-2 figures that I found out there. Even the first night, I kind of bought just like a bullshit figure that it was new and it was cool and all, but it really wasn't a figure I really wanted. But I figured at least I'd come home with something, right? Little did I know I was going to come home with a lot of something, and these two guys were part of that a lot of something. One of the days we spent in downtown Seattle, and the first thing we did was went to a Target, and lo and behold, I turned the corner and the whole new archive wave is there. Unfortunately, there was only 2 Shoretroopers, but it's okay because I have a few on pre-order on Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and let those still come through. But I was able to pick up the Shoretrooper, the Death Trooper, and the Hover Tank Driver. They did have one Tusken Raider there as well, but I just don't have any interest in Tusken Raiders at all. So I went ahead and left it there for the next collector that wanted them, as well as another Hover Tank Driver. But I did take the only Death Trooper that was there and the 2 Shoretroopers that were there, because the Shoretroopers are army builders. Originally, I was not interested in the Death Trooper at all. I did not have any of them on pre-order on Amazon like I did the Shoretrooper and the Hover Tank Driver. But it just looks so amazing there, and I was like, you know what? I found it in the wild. I'm going to go ahead and buy this one. So I went ahead and bought it. And actually, at the time, Target was running a special on their Circle Club app, or if you spend $100, you actually got $25 off. So I ended up getting one of these figures free, which was really cool. But like I said, super successful toy hunt. You should totally check it out. The video will be linked above here. But with that being said, these are just technically reissues of the original figures, and you can tell they're using the older bodies, and it's nothing new. But I didn't get these when they first came out. I wasn't collecting at the time. I was still watching Star Wars, but I wasn't into collecting because I was still in high school, and when you're in high school, it's not cool. So I wasn't really collecting, but I'm super glad that they're re-releasing these, especially since they show up in The Mandalorian, and obviously that's probably why they're re-releasing them. That, and also with the whole new Rogue One Black Series figures coming out. And it's an easy money maker for Hasbro. They're army builders, and they're army builders that people want and that people have been asking for again for reissues and re-releases. And so that's why I have a few more ordered on pre-ordered on Amazon, and I can't wait for those to come in as well. These guys are actually super cool, and I honestly can't wait to get to a beach and be able to put them on the sand and some water and actually take some really cool pics of them. But even besides putting them on a beach, they take really good pics outside of that. But let's go ahead and take a look at what they come with first. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this guy out, take his blaster. Cool, he stands. So this is the only accessory that they come with, just one of their typical Stormtrooper blasters, but it is nicely detailed with a little weathering with the little silver spots right there. It looks all scratched and dingy since their uniforms are technically dirty and not clean and worn, you know what I mean? So taking a closer look at the figure, the helmet is very reminiscent of the Mountain Trooper, which I have. I'll link the review up above right here, and also the hover tank driver that I recently purchased and is part of the same archive wave. But if you have this figure, it's essentially the same one. Like I said, it is a reissue, but it is an army builder, so if you only have one or two and you wanted more, now is definitely the time to get it, because I guarantee you after the scalpers get them and they're no longer available on online stores and in-store, they're going to go for a nice little pretty penny, probably about, I'd say about $40 to $50 a piece once everything's said and done. But if you can get them now at $24, or I believe they're actually $22, since they're archive are a little cheaper than new releases because they're just reissued. They don't have to make a new mold or anything, because if you don't know, the molds for toys are super expensive. They're about 100 grand each for basically Black Series, I've heard. So with these, the re-releases, they already have the mold, so they don't have to make new molds, so they're able to re-release them at a cheaper price point, thankfully, than the newer figures. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation of these awesome Shoretroopers. So he can look all the way to the right, all the way to the left. He can look down that much. The little part of his bottom of his helmet kind of hinders his down movement. He can look up that much. His arms do go up all the way because the padding goes into the shoulder right there, so that's nice. You do get full shoulder rotation, no bicep swivel, but you do get rotation at the elbow right there. Single hinge elbow joints, rotation at the wrist as well as in and out and up and down for the trigger finger. You do get rotation at the diaphragm. He can crunch down that much, he can look back that much. He can kick out all the way forward. He does come with a thigh swivel, and he does come with a double hinged knee since he is the old mold, like I said. His ankles do go down that far. They only go flat because his shin guard gets in the way, but they do have a good rocking motion. So all in all, guys, I mean, he's not, they're not obviously the new Stormtrooper body by any means, but they are still great figures, and as you can see, you can still pose them relatively in cool positions regardless of the limitations of those older joints that they are utilizing these figures, since they are just reissues. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some pics of these guys, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, thanks so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigurez. And if you stuck to the end of this video, type in the comments down below, sure. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, guys. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really do appreciate it. As always, I am your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.